We gotta edit this out. We don't do edits unless we sneeze in the middle. I was looking at the starting screen.
Yeah.
We took that picture almost a year ago because we had to put off the birthdays for the COVID.
Right.
It's like, holy shit, it's almost been a year since we did that.
Yeah, we need to do another one. We need to do some new pictures. Phoebe, don't get tangled up in the
Update
wires.
the pictures.
Yeah,
Probably.
that and like our intro, or not our intro, but like all of our other
pics?
pictures. Yeah, our cover pics and
Because
stuff.
the cover pic's the old one.
Yeah,
That's all I've been using lately instead of actual pictures. Hey, what's up, guys? How are you? Welcome back to the Option Select Podcast. This is episode 108. The only podcast that promises sometimes edit. It's okay. But it came through though. I'm thinking next time we'll just hit like pause, hit the play button, and like, all right, we gotta go to the restroom. Let's go use the restroom, and then all right, 3. All right, start back up. That way we could keep conversation going. Because how many times is it like, oh god, I gotta go use the restroom?
Yeah, all the time.
At the end of the podcast, like, oh god, I gotta use the restroom.
Every time.
I gotta use the restroom. So guys, this is a podcast where me and Ruben, we get together on Friday nights and we talk about video games, what's going on, where we'll get some information, but for sure next weekend it's gonna be a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Next weekend, the weekend after.
Both.
I think E3 starts like near the end of next week on the 11th, and then it continues up to. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna have a lot of stuff, a lot in store for you guys.
She's just being a little butt.
Here you go. Let's get over Phoebe's. Oh, there you go. I
Gotta
gotta get an extended cable.
I got you.
Thank you. But yeah, guys, we get together on the weekends and we just talk about video games, and we start off every podcast with "How was your week, Ruben?"
Week's not over yet. That's all I gotta say. It's been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
Yee.
Sure do. So whenever we're done, get the fuck out. Love you, but get the fuck out. It's been bad. The weather sucks. It's been hot as hell.
Where'd you get that nice mic?
I bought it.
Damn, motherfucking Cash App.
Cash App, baby.
I got the secondhand mic.
Yeah, no, you don't. That's the first hand.
This
is first hand, bro. Yeah. So today I ran my Thursday. Tomorrow I got to do my Friday or whatever. But like all this week, it's just been hot and rainy and wet, and so everything's like super heavy and super shitty and like missing a bunch of product. And
no one's going to work again still.
No, we got everybody going to work.
Nice.
It's just kind of like we don't have enough people in the production department. So
what's the department? The
production does like the washing and the folding and the ironing and
getting
all that
everything,
stuff.
all this stuff product ready.
So we've been missing a lot of stuff, a lot of product all week, and yeah, that's been my main concern and my main issue. It's been more than a week, but like, say for instance, like 2 weeks ago, my route ran like $23,000, which is a pretty solid run, right? And then the week after that, it went down to like $21,000.
Starts slowly dipping.
And then last week it was 19.5. And like this week, I feel like it's already on.
I got fevers. Okay.
Nah, I'm gonna have to get her out of here. Hold up. Come on. Outside. Let's go. Come on. Outside.
She got me, guys. Hold on. Give me just the mic. Technical difficulties. It's all good.
Hopefully, Mikkel will keep her entertained for a little while.
Mikkel's like keeping herself entertained with Hades.
Yeah, with Hades. Anyway, so it's like my route's just been like steadily dipping and stuff. So. I had to have that kind of conversation today with my GM and stuff, or like yesterday, and I was just kind of telling him like, man, it sucks having to come into work and do like a scavenger hunt every day, you know, like that gets really old really quick. So I was like, but I mean, I was looking at my route and looking at my numbers, and I was like, look, man, you know, if you were playing the stock market, which I know you do, but if you were and you saw
Dogecoin,
yeah, if you saw something taking a dive like that, would you like bail out or you hold on to it, or you know, what would you do, you know? And he's like, oh, I see your point. So we had those types of conversations. I've been getting off super late, like all week, dude.
How late?
For me, late is like I'm getting home at 7.
That's late.
Yeah, I'm getting home at 7. I'm getting up at like 4 a.m. So and I'm getting to work at like 5:30 ish. So it's been pretty late all week, so I haven't really had a chance to stream, which is bumming me out. And like getting to do the things that I like to do.
Yeah.
Did play a little bit of Destiny, a little bit of Mass Effect, some Beat Saber. The boys are trying to play some Sea of Thieves, but honestly, like I was like, I don't have the time. Like I have the game, like it's it's on Game Pass. I just don't have the time to like sit down and play Sea of Thieves because Sea of Thieves is one of those games where like you get in with a run with your boys and it could go for like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever it is. So it's just kind of like, damn, like I don't really have that kind of time because I'm starting at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and then like 9 o'clock I'm already in bed trying to get up to go to work for the next day or whatever. So the work week has been pretty rough and hopefully it lightens up and gets better next week. But yeah, man, my truck was overstuffed Monday and Tuesday. Like I had stuff on both the walls all the way to the top. I had in the middle of the truck all the way from front to back all the way up to the top.
You're off Memorial Day, right?
Hmm?
You're off Memorial Day, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's another fucking thing, dude.
What?
All my customers, every single last one of them was just kind of like, why didn't you show up yesterday?
What's yesterday? Like Thursday?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, went Tuesday?
Yeah, so if I showed up Tuesday, they were like, why didn't you show up on Monday? If it was fucking
Memorial
Tuesday,
days.
why didn't you show up on, if it was Wednesday, why didn't you show up on Tuesday? It's Wednesday. If I'm on my Wednesday route and it's Thursday, why didn't you show up on Wednesday? It was just fucking every customer, bro. Like, and like finally I just got tired of it. It's like, what was Monday? Oh, Memorial Day? Oh, okay.
Because the only people that work Memorial Day is like what, retail and restaurants?
Restaurants, right? And that's what I was also talking to my boss about. I was like, yo, man, if these restaurants are open, bro, we need to be running. Like, this is like making them mad, and like we're a day late, and we told all of them. It's even printed on the back of their invoice, and then like all of a sudden they have amnesia, So it's just it sucked, dude, and having to explain it like every fucking customer, every single one, and I've got 150 or 160 or something like that total, and it just got like repetitive and old really quickly. So hopefully July 4th is a Sunday this year, which means we're off the 5th, which I'd rather just work. That was the conversation I had with. We're gonna be off Monday for July 4th, which is on a Sunday.
Okay.
Which, if that makes any sense, we have to observe the holiday. So
you getting paid for it?
I mean, I still have to work Saturday, so it's not like it doesn't.
So it's not a paid holiday?
No, not for me.
Okay.
So I was like, I'd rather just work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I brought up to my boss. I was like, look, dude, I'd just rather just work straight through because this is freaking stupid. Like Thanksgiving and Christmas, I get it. We can be off those days. I'll work the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I'll work the Saturday after Christmas or whatever. I get those 2 days. But every other day, we need to be running if they're running. That's just plain and simple, man. Like, that's the only way I could say it. So, it was just like very frustrating for me this week. Like I said, I didn't really get a chance to do any gaming. A little bit of Destiny here and there. I did like one raid run this week. I got a little bit further in Mass Effect 1. I was working on that whenever you showed up. A little bit of Beat Saber just as like a little bit of cardio before bed, I guess. Like, I don't want to get too sweaty because that game makes me sweaty AF, dude. And then like that's about it. Like I haven't dived into anything. I haven't watched anything either. I think I told you I caught up on My Hero, so I did catch up on that. And like we saw that one Army of the Dead or whatever, but like I haven't watched anything.
Whatever, what you call it?
Huh?
Tig, what's her name?
Tig Notaro.
Tig Notaro.
And Baptiste. But like I haven't really caught anything else. Like I haven't had time, dude. Like Monday it was great. Like we had a nice little barbecue here at the house. We met up with you. No, we met up with you guys Sunday, right? Or was it Monday?
Monday.
So we met up with you guys.
Fine Mexican cuisine.
Monday with this
Impeccable
horrible
service.
waiter. Which was just the highest tier of waiter. He's like,
Best part of that whole little thing was the little video of Mecha Cristo.
Mecha Cristo, bro. That was great.
Se agacha, se sube, se baja.
So, that was fun getting to see everybody and hang out, with Travis. And
yeah, I miss hanging out with everybody.
Congrats to Travis and Kat for getting a new home. They're brand new homeowners, so good for them. Shouts out to Miles and Kelly. Kelly's moving to Boston and leaving her husband behind, and he'll be moving there whenever he can sell the house, which it shouldn't take long. It's a buyer's market right now. Like houses are going like crazy.
Seller's market.
Yeah, seller's market. Excuse me. So yeah, he shouldn't have any problem selling the house as long as he can fix whatever's wrong with it. and then me and you were just fucking coasting down the road.
We
Nothing's changed.
We got a podcast.
We got a podcast. We play video games.
Stream.
No big deal.
Full-time jobs.
I got bit by a mosquito when I was outside. It's just like
mosquitoes.
a son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I wish I could say more. Like I wish I could say like I did more things. But like Monday,
sometimes you can't.
I had a little barbecue with the missus. We made a bunch of meat, and then my neighbor Talon was also barbecuing. So he gave me some jalapeno venison sausage that he had shot. Remember I told you he got into a car accident? Did I ever tell you about that? Well, he had gotten into a car accident going deer hunting, and they got the deer and all that stuff, and they were having it in the cooler, and they're driving back, and this one guy was like in a no passing lane, and he hit them like head on, and like the dad got real fucked up, and Talon got fucked up. And like messed up his like leg and stuff.
Maybe I hear.
It was a while. It was a while back, but he finally got like the deer processed and all that stuff, and then was able to like bring it down from, I don't know, wherever the hell he was, like Arizona or something. I don't know, Colorado, wherever he was hunting at, because that happened back in like November or December. So he had handed over some jalapeno deer sausage, which was really good, but it was like mad thick, dude. It was like 3.5 inches like across on the diameter. And I was like, dude, that's not a sausage. That's a summer sausage, or it is a sausage, but it's a summer sausage, But it tasted delicious. He cooked it really well, and I handed over some fajitas that I made and some tablitas. I handed over some of that to him, and we kind of shared food over the fence, and they were doing their thing, and we were doing our thing, having a good old time, and me and Alice were drinking some beers and eating some good food, and it was a nice day. And then there was like the calm before. Like
for those storms,
the bullshit of,
because it rained last week too.
Yeah, man, it's been raining like nonstop, dude.
It's been nonstop.
But that's about it for like my week. Like I said, I didn't really have time for a whole lot of anything. And like I said, I got to go back to work tomorrow, and then Sunday is just like a half day for me because I got to be asleep by 8:30, 9 o'clock. So that's my life this week. So how about you, man? How was your week?
Work sucked, of course. It's just been wet and gray and stuff like that. Off Monday, so I can't complain. Wednesday when I went to work, did the on the computer for the layout of my route. I had another driver's name on there. I was like, oh, I go to my supervisor. You don't need me today? He's like, no, do you want to work? I'm like, nah, I'm good. All right, cool.
I'll be all right.
All right, cool. See ya. Take a day off. All right. So I just hung out with Mikkel all day.
Nice.
And then, so basically, I only worked 3 days this week. It was fine.
Son of a
and
bitch.
I'm on vacation next
week. Work sucked. But
Work sucked, but I only worked 3 of them. 3 days.
Son of a bitch.
And then I'm off next week.
So mad at you.
Yeah, I was like, well, fine.
I hate you right now.
It's like, I can't complain. And then,
and then you're off all next week?
And I'm off all next week.
Okay.
I'm just going to be playing video games and talking about E3 and shit, taking notes.
Nice.
I finally killed Flame Lurker.
Okay.
Monday night.
Nice.
Killed that motherfucker, dude.
Good, dude.
Felt good. And then there's the Dragon God.
What is that? 3-2 or 4-1?
He's 2-3.
2-3.
He's literally just a big old Dragon God punching the fucking wall. And I was like, I went to my homeboy online. I was like, dude, how do you beat this dude? Like, bro, you just gotta like watch the fist and work your way down. I'm like, okay.
All
right. So I was like, I'm gonna come back and do that. So I went back to Upper Latria. I cleared that area. I found Maneater.
Okay.
Like a big old Chimera looking dude. Like, okay, that's Maneater fighting him. Not bad. Then he calls another one. Like, you son of a bitch.
What do you mean?
He
calls
another Maneater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, okay, so there's 2-on-1. Got it. So the thing is, the Chimeras, they have those snake tails. Every once in a while, it'll turn around and bite the body.
Right.
And when it does it, the body gets stunned. So it lets you focus on, on the other one while one is stunned.
Okay.
But you can also, the snake tail also has its own set of attacks, stuns the body, and you can hack it off if you attack it enough times.
Okay.
So I mean, you can attack it, and that's one less attack you have to worry about, but the body won't get stunned. So I'm fighting it. So after my third attempt, I was like, okay, all right. Finally got one out the way, cleared them off. I got one more. The first one that came out, I'm fighting him, and I got him down to like a quarter, maybe a third of life to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I'm stabilizing, nice and easy. The thing is, what makes the fight hard is that you're on a giant platform. You can fall off the sides. That's what makes the fight hard, because you not only does he like fly into you and tackle you, but if you're not looking where your feet are, If you do a bad roll, you
got to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, you definitely have to be around your footwork. So this motherfucker dashes through the sky. He looks like he hits something in the sky, but doesn't. I guess the game kind of glitched, and he just flew off. I was like, okay, where's he at? I'm ready. I'm topped off. Nothing. Okay, let me go over here. Where is he? Nothing. It's like, oh, god damn it, the game glitched out, dude. It's like, son of a
It didn't get you to
bitch.
clear or nothing?
Nothing.
Like that? His
No,
life bar was still up?
Yeah, his life bar was still everything. Because he'll kind of like dash, like go underneath the bridge or above the bridge and then reappears. I think he glitched out. I was like, oh, dude, come on. Like, I'm already running low on freaking crescent herbs and everything. I'm like,
right.
Okay, save and exit. Because I figured maybe if I restarted, maybe it'll restart like in the middle of the fight. Nah, outside the fog of war. With all my materials gone, I'm like, all right.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
I was like, okay.
Love to see it. You love to see it. Imagine actually having that fight with all your materials.
I was like, all right, fine. So I took a break that day, and I came back Wednesday since I was off. I just kind of farmed herbs all day, like literally like 45 minutes an hour, just farming herbs and just farming souls, and that's all I did. I was like, man, fucking demon souls, dude. That the grind is for real, dude. Like, I'm thinking, like in Dragon Quest, I had to go grind just to get my levels up.
Right.
Demon souls, you kind of have to. You want your materials and shit.
Them
they
herbs.
Don't, yeah, they don't freaking respawn at a fucking bonfire. Like, you gotta go find them. Like, okay, all right. So I played a lot of Demon Souls. I streamed that. What else did I do? I did my exercises, of course. That was good. I finished my 6-week program with On It. So I think I'm just gonna restart it up again. I like the results. Like staying busy, like sweating. It feels good.
Heard that.
Doing the recover fast. No, work
fast, recover faster.
Yeah, work fast, recover faster. Those right there, the level 2 variants, or the second half of the program. When you do the rotating squats, the kettlebell swings, and the what is it? And the kind of push-ups. The push-ups where you kind of just full lever, or you just bounce around from each side.
Oh, or you do you put the kettlebell on the ground, you use one hand as the shortstop and the other, and then you swap between the two.
I was like, holy shit.
Well, what was level 3? Level
3 is the one you're bouncing around.
Oh, you're like jumping.
Halfway, yeah. Pilometric, maybe.
Yes.
Like,
Plyometrics.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. But doing that, it felt good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. And doing the yoga, it just gives me time. I didn't do it last night because by the time I clocked out and got home, it was like after 8 o'clock. I was like, I'm just going to shower and I'll just do it again Saturday morning when I wake up. As for media, nothing. Didn't watch anything. Just hung out and watched my buddy stream Nekopara 2.
A Trip?
Yeah.
Okay. Shouts out to Trip.
Yeah, good friend of mine. And I just saw him watching him and
what is this game that you're talking about?
This game is borderline hentai.
Okay,
straight up.
All right.
Because there's the regular version, and then there's NSFW version.
Okay.
And it shows you everything. You're basically a pastry owner, and you have these little promiscuous little cat girls hanging around.
Okay.
And they just want to bang you while baking cakes.
Sounds like the dream.
Yeah.
Sounds
like
the
writing
dream.
is so freaking cringeworthy. So when he's reading so he's reading the lines, and he's kind of like,
was he reading? Was
he
doing the voices?
Yeah,
he does that
because he's been doing a whole bunch of like Ace Attorney. So he does the voices of all the characters. So he's doing voices while he's doing this. Like, bro, I'm cringing over here, dude. Like, Jesus Christ.
His girl voice is great.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So I've been watching a lot like that. It's funny, just supporting your friends.
Yeah. He needs to do Catherine Full Body if he hasn't done
that. God, me and Mikkel been playing. Yeah, me and Mikkel played that last Saturday. We got stuck. Like, we literally just got stuck. Like, after like freaking slamming our heads against the wall, we're like, all right, I'm done. You keep going. She's like,
nah,
I'm done too. That's it, man. The puzzles are so hard because not only do you have to like figure the different ways of, because different blocks have different properties where like they'll blow up, or they're traps, or you can only move them certain times, or some you can't even move. And then a lot of times after certain levels, you start getting chased by a demon or some sort of entity, whatever.
Okay.
So you're literally on the clock. You have to keep moving. So this is constantly has a pressure on you. But we're enjoying the game. It's fun. We'll probably go back to it sometime this week while we're on vacation. I want to go back to Yakuza, but I know with Integrad, Final Fantasy VII, like around the corner and strive around the corners, like I don't know if I can make time for Yakuza. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Exercising, work, video games, streaming. And then I think tomorrow Dad might come over and we're gonna patch up some of the drywall.
Nice.
We'll see. I know it's gonna be super humid. I don't know if that affects the
I don't think
plaster
so
or not. We'll see. I mean, we'll be like in the garage.
Oh, maybe.
We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. And then while we're on vacation, just a whole bunch of house projects that me and Mikkel want to work on. Yeah, all my customers are like, "Are you going anywhere?"
Nah.
No.
Staycation.
So
I can work on the house.
Like, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all should know. Y'all know me by now. I love doing just house projects with the wife and just making the house better.
Yeah.
So yeah, did that. And then last weekend, me and Mikkel went to a lot of stores. Just did a lot of shopping. Bought her some shoes, some sundresses.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dresses. Dress-eye.
Plural.
Yeah, dress-eye.
Plural.
Just went around and went to what's the mall down the street from you? Deerbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah, went there, hung off there for a little bit. That was nice.
Nice.
Just hanging out, walking around and interacting. It was good. That's about it. And then of course, since I was off Wednesday, I was able to get a whole bunch of news.
All right, well let's hear it.
All right, first thing first. All right, guys. Herman Holst. We talked about him. He is the head of the PlayStation Studios. We talked about him. I think it was like last year sometime when he got promoted because he was the head of Guerrilla Games,
Right?
And then he got promoted to head of all the PlayStation developments.
Okay.
Teams. So he had a Q&A on PlayStation Blog, and he said that he mentions that there's 25 titles in development for in Sony Studios. Half of them are new, and half of them are returning IPs. So okay, I like that.
Okay.
From 25 things that they're working on, which makes sense. You want to bring some of the old stuff that you have already, and sequels and part twos and spin-offs and stuff like that.
Right.
So they're done with that, and then they said in the other half, the other I don't know, 12 and a half. The other 12 and a half, I guess, are going to be just brand new IPs. So something to be looking forward to.
Right. Does that include like things that are already upcoming and have been announced, kind of like Ratchet and Clank, which comes out next week, or Last of Us remake, which got a green light, remastered, whatever. Remake. It's a remake.
Yeah.
Or
God of War,
Horizon Zero Dawn, and all that stuff. Like, because that's like 5 games right there.
Yeah, that's 5. So these are 20,
and those are all returning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's not a lot to me. That's not a lot.
Like, Returnal was Sony published and all that stuff, but that was like a brand new IP that they never did before.
That was another studio though. That wasn't a Sony studio, was it?
No, it wasn't, but it was published by Sony. It's only on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's exclusive for them.
So I'm kind of interested to see what they've got. I know that they're not going to be at E3, so don't look forward to any of that news next week.
No. Yeah, so they said for Horizon, quote, for Horizon, we think we are on the track to release this on holiday season, so that's fine. So expected to catch that then. But he said, and for God of War, the project started a little later, so we've made the decision to push that game out to next year,
of course,
to ensure that Santa Monica can deliver amazing game of God of War game that we all want to play. So right then and there, it got pushed. It was gonna be supposedly, I guess the window was gonna be 2021, but it'll be pushed back to 2022. But I mean,
that's fine.
Yeah, take your time.
Perfectly fine with that. Take your time.
It's as long as they don't go that route where like what they've been doing with Deathloop, like here's a trailer, here's another trailer. Like,
oh, you mean what King of Fighters has been doing
with the character release character?
Yeah, and then they just announced that they pushed the game back to next year.
Yeah, they got pushed back to Q1
2022. Shatter all expectations of this game actually coming out this year.
Which I figured, I think they're realizing they got to do all that netcode stuff has to be on there in the game.
Sure. I just don't think they were ready, or they didn't want to release in the same year that Guilty Gear's coming out, maybe.
Well, Guilty Gear's coming out next week.
Right.
I mean, you could release another fighting game 3 months down the road, 5 months down the road, 6 months down the road. You'd be fine. Stay within the same year.
I don't think they actually like gave a full on reason though, and it might be netcode, but I mean,
That's what me personally, that's what I think it is. I because they just announced it back at Evo 2019. They just said King of Fighters 15, the logo.
Right.
You know, so even since 2019, that's when it's been on the radar, and I really think it was supposed to be this year, but you know, of course, the whole due to COVID, not working from home,
Right,
you know,
right.
that covers everything. Yeah, that statement covers everything. But honestly, to me, I think they realized, oh shit, we don't got online capabilities yet.
Which it does need to be there for sure.
It has to be. It has to be, because if it doesn't, I mean, like a lot of other fighting games right now, it's just gonna be dead in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, with God of War being pushed back, it's fine. I mean, I have no problems with it. I mean, I'm not hyped for it. You know.
I am.
You know,
but I can wait.
I played the first one. Well, I played the 2018 one. I got halfway through it, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I didn't finish that game. I couldn't. Not that I couldn't. It got to the puzzle parts. I'm like, I'm sure you guys have probably heard this. My reason why I haven't played it. But Horizon Zero Dawn, I did see this one thing on Reddit where someone was talking about, like, I don't know why they don't make Aloy more pretty, and you know,
they give her the fat face.
Something for the they make her look kind of manly and everything. And here's a fan made version of Aloy that we think is better, and it showed like a real pretty Aloy with makeup and everything.
Right.
And I was like, bro, there's no makeup where she lives at. they're like trying to survive and not get.
They gave her the beauty Instagram filter. And
yeah,
shit.
they're trying not to get eaten by mechanical robots, mechanical dinosaurs. They don't got time for makeup and Botox.
Right. I mean, she could be thick, bro. Let her be healthy, bro.
Like, I just think it's funny how, like, you know, like, well, there has to look like this, and like, I'm down, bro.
She wasn't like original. I mean, she was pretty, but she wasn't like a dime piece or over sexualized in that game anyway. So why does it matter? You know,
it's just the freaking the freaking simps. That's what it is.
All right. Oh boy, what else you got, Bubba?
But yeah, yeah, with Herman Holst just talking about that stuff about the head of PlayStation, I thought, okay, that was interesting. They did say they want to polish. They're gonna polish it for PS4. I mean, they're gonna have those games: Horizon, Forbidden West, God of War, Ragnarok, and Gran Torino 7 for PS4 and PS5. So,
Gran Turismo?
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
Oh, okay.
What did I say? Gran Torino?
Torino, yeah.
Torino, my bad. That's the
shout out to Clint Eastwood.
That's a Clint Eastwood movie.
So they want to put both of those, all three of those games out on both platforms?
PS4 and PS5.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about that?
I think it's fine. Nobody can get their hands on a PS5 right now anyway, so why wouldn't you want to?
I think for a business aspect, yeah, you want to get it for both PS4 and PS5 to, you know, to get revenue. But my only concern would be, like, do you sacrifice some of the integrity of the game, some of the visuals, to, you know, make it look, you know, to scale it down for the PS4 also?
Right. And that would be my concern as well, with both of those or all three of those games. I mean, as long as it doesn't go the way that like Cyberpunk went, or you know, things like that. Hopefully, if they release on PS4 and PS5, there's not two separate versions that you have to buy. So, like, say for instance, if you buy the PS4 version to play Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon Forbidden West or whatever, you buy the PS4 version and then you upgrade to a PS5 eventually, whenever you can, that you don't have to like repurchase the game to get like the PS5.
They've done that with some of their titles already with God of War, didn't they?
No, those were like free updates.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, those were free updates from like generation to generation. But what I'm talking about is like, those came out like way before, and now that they're getting like free updates. But what I was more speaking to is like I would just want the what is it called? Like the Xbox, what's it called?
Game delivery?
Yeah, the whatever
delivery
smart delivery. Yeah. Like if it would be like that, then I'd be cool with it. Especially for those people that don't have PS5s, because there's a lot of those people out there that want one and they can't get one. But I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, they would want to play Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever. So like you have a choice. Like if they don't do that, is to just like to play it on PS4 and deal with that, or hold off and wait to get a PS5 and then buy it on PS5 if they choose to separate the two versions. Hopefully they choose to be like, yo, if you buy it on PS5 or PS4 or whatever, then you get your PS5 copy. Because if I buy my PS5 copy, then
I mean, upgrade, right? Because they're not gonna send you like an actual physical copy, will they?
Right. Well, what I'm saying
do
is
they?
just like
Is that what they done?
No, they just do like a digital download or
They
something
just
like
upgrade,
that.
right? Yeah.
Right. But what I was like getting to is like, I like the fact that like, okay, so like Mass Effect that I've been playing isn't the Legendary Edition. It isn't a PS5 game, but it's PS5 enhanced, so I can play it like 4K with like all the bells and whistles, like 60 FPS and all, or 120 FPS or whatever it is. But I can also, like, if I choose to go play in the bedroom on the Ps4 Pro, then I could just download it there, pick up my game, and keep playing, which is cool. So like I bought the PS4 version, which works for both. Granted, you know, the PS5 is running the PS4 version of the game, but what I'm saying is if there's two separate versions of the game, and as long as you buy one, like if it's just on the PSN store and it's not segregated between PS4 and PS5, it's just like you can buy this game and it'll work on both of these platforms. I think that would go over a lot better than segregating it, kind of like I don't know, like Borderlands. I'm just using that as a random thing because Borderlands has a PS4 version and it also has
PS5 version.
a PS5 version, right? So like, as long as they don't segregate it and they just put it on the PSN store, like, hey, buy this game and you can play it, you know, wherever, you know, you can play it on your PS4, PS5, whatever, or you can remote play it, or you know, do one of those types of things. That would be my only like standoffishness about games that are getting like a split release, especially like a year or 2 years later, or however long it takes for God of War to come out, or if Horizon actually releases this year or not, because that'll be a year in the cycle already. And like PS4's got a great player base. It's got a big, giant player base.
It's been there since 2013, so it's a lot of people.
So, you know, to not alienate your customers and rub them off the wrong way, I think that's what you should do. However, you know, Sony's known for being a little stickler for that kind of stuff, and you know, I understand it. It's a business. They're trying to make money. I get it. So I don't fault them for either decision that they try to make on that, but I just wish that, you know, what they would do is just be like, hey, buy this one copy of the game and you get it on both platforms. That would be.
No, the thing is, to me, that's all good points. But for me, as long as the game like Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok and Gran Turismo 7, as long as they play, you know, at minimum for PS4 base PS4 at minimum, you know, 30 frames per second at, you know, 1080, it's still functional. I mean,
right.
yeah, there might be some load screens. I mean, of course, because the PlayStation, that's what you know, you're playing on PS4,
right?
Yes, that's the norm. You know, so you might have some load times, and but as long as you can still function and still play right,
yeah,
that I think that'd be a good start for the game. And then eventually, if they say, hey, you know what, you bought it on PS4, upgrade or whatever, here's the free upgrade, or once you get your PS5 or something,
right?
Yeah.
And the other thing you got to think of too is that they're designing this game, like these three games. They're designing these games to run on very, very old hardware and very, very brand new hardware as well. And hopefully they're not making like, say, if you do buy the PS4 version, it isn't just some watered down, you know, shitty, muddy texture version of whatever game.
What's the one that's coming out? Ratchet and Clank?
Right.
That's gonna be PS4 also, or just PS5?
I think it's just PS5.
I wonder what their decision was to only for that game, for that title to go PS5 only.
I think it's because you have to render, for them, they have to render multiple different worlds because you're popping in and out of dimensions the entire time, and I can't wait for that game. It comes out next Friday, right? The 10th? 10th.
10th is a Thursday.
Oh, well, then it comes out Thursday. So sweet. But I think it was just they needed all the power that they could get from the PS5.
It just probably wouldn't be possible to put that game on the
right.
PS4.
And, you know, God of War has already ran on PS4. It ran very well on PS4. Horizon Zero Dawn as well ran very well on PS4.
On PS4 Pro, I think it ran really, really well.
So I don't think, and that's another thing is like, they also discontinued the PS4 Pro, but the base PS4 is still for sale for whatever reason. Yeah.
Where'd you see that at?
That's happened like a year and a half ago. They stopped production on PS4 Pro.
Really?
It's only the
base model?
The base model PS4 at the moment.
Interesting.
So, like, as long as the games will run well and play well, and like they're not cutting too much from like that next gen experience, because what we want are next gen experiences on these next gen consoles. So if they're, but like what I was getting at is that those games have already had an engine on the old platform,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it isn't too difficult for those to come through, and maybe Ratchet and Clank, got this
I
whole
mean, right out the gate, that was a demo for the PlayStation 5. Remember when they first announced it?
right.
Back almost a year ago, back in June or July,
Mm-hmm.
when they first just had the PlayStation 5 announcement or introduction trailer.
Right.
I mean, Ratchet and Clank was one of the first games that showed off. So
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that game is strictly needs the mechanical
The horsepower.
the horsepower and what the PS5 can bring to the table.
Right. And like some games work out really well on both. Like for instance, Spider-Man or Miles Morales or whatever. Like those games work out really well on both consoles. Like you're not gonna get 60 FPS, 4K visuals, but you at least get your 900 or 1080p at like 30 frames a
You
second.
just won't get the ray tracing.
You're not gonna get the ray tracing.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get 60 FPS. You're not gonna get 4K or whatever. So like I understand where they're making these decisions. A lot of these games that run on both platforms have also, already had a previous game in that old platform.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really see like too much of a loss there, but because I played Miles Morales on PS5 and it was phenomenal. So I hadn't played it on PS4, but I played Spider-Man on PS4, which is pretty much identical, identically same game, without ray tracing or whatever. So I have all the faith in Sony to pull that off and get that out of the gate. And as long as, like I said, there's like some sort of free upgrade, but I doubt it because Spider-Man didn't have a free upgrade either.
You didn't?
No. You had to buy if you bought the PS4 version, you would have to turn around and buy the PS5 version if you wanted the PS5 version. Like my PS4 copy, my disc copy will work in the PlayStation 5, but it won't have all the bells and whistles of like the PS5 version, the Ultimate Edition or whatever. They made you rebuy that.
Similar to what like Remedy did with Control?
Yes, exactly like that.
Damn, even Sony's doing that. Okay.
Yeah, so like that's my only concern, and like good for them if they're gonna release them on both. Get that money. Like PS4's install base is huge. That's why they don't do backwards compatibility so often.
So I saw this. One of my buddies on Discord mentioned this. Konami decides not to attend E3 2021.
Really?
Yes.
When did that happen?
But they tweeted out are in deep development on a number of key projects from a Konami tweets. So that got me thinking, what could they be in deep development with? Some of their flagship titles are Silent Hill, Metal Gear, and Castlevania.
Right.
I would be excited to see. Okay, straight up disclaimer, guys. I've never played a Silent Hill game in my life. I've seen some friends play it. Okay, got it. It's that whole creepy horror genre, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get behind that.
Right.
But I did love Metal Gear, and I did love freaking Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I love those, So for sure, if working on any of those, I'd be down to see what they got. Because honestly, I thought they were out of making games. Because I haven't heard anything from them. Well, last thing I heard from them was Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
I never played it. I don't play survival games. It was a pachinko machine?
No, I'm talking about they also have their pachinko.
Oh, yeah. They ported over some of their other games, yeah. Like if they make... remember we talked about how there was rumors of David Hayter saying that there was like a Metal Gear remake?
Right.
So, I mean, if they remake freaking Metal Gear Solid, I think that'd be awesome.
That would be good. Or I would rather them not try to pull off another new one because we saw how Survive went.
If that was kind of, I don't know what to put that under. That's kind of like Metal Gear, but with like a different genre or something, a survival genre.
Right.
Because that story that Hideo Kojima made, it kind of has a full arc. It started and went a full circle and it ended. So I mean, you could maybe add something to. You would have to have a really good writer to get what Kojima did and like and make a spin-off of that, because there's enough characters to do something with that.
Of course.
But I wouldn't know how would you even start, to tell you the truth. But if they remake, a Metal Gear, like Metal Gear Solid, that'd be an auto
Oh yeah.
buy for me.
If they could just do a full on remake and like upgrade the audio and like the visuals and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're basically using it'll be Metal Gear Solid with the Fox engine.
That'd be so good.
Yeah.
Dude. I'll
Like
take my money right
like
now.
when you were in Afghanistan and freaking Africa, like, oh my god, that'd be freaking awesome. But just based on Shadow Moses.
All of my money.
Was Shadow Moses Isley or Shadow Moses?
It was Shadow
Island?
Moses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before we continue on too further, the PS4 Pro got discontinued January 6th
Of
this year. So it was 6 months ago.
Damn. Okay. So they're stopped.
My bad. I thought I read it like a year ago, but it feels like a year, but it was 6 months ago.
6 months ago. So they just started, and that was the PlayStation 4 the
Pro
Pro
only. Yeah.
But they're still making
Base
base
models.
ones.
Yes.
I wonder because it's less components. It's cheaper to make.
Probably with all the stuff that's been going on with all the graphics cards and stuff like that, and the chips and stuff like that.
I had a update for my graphics card with the drivers, and of course you know how they have advertisement for the new
whatever
3080 Ti.
Oh yeah, it just came out yesterday.
It just came out. Like check it for availability. I'm like sure. Let me check.
Why not?
I just click on it and then it goes like it sends you to the Newegg.
Oh,
out of stock.
Out of stock, yeah.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. This thing was out of stock the second it became online.
It hit the shelves.
Yeah. I was like, ain't no way anybody getting this. And I looked at the price tag. I'm like,
$1,200, bro. All the reviewers are saying it's just, them trying to grab some more money wherever they can type of thing.
Yeah.
You just use a 3080 or a 3090.
Yeah, like to get I don't know, that's a heavy price tag for a graphics card.
Hard price tag.
Yeah, I was like, nah, dude. I mean, I got my 2070 for like what, $399, $499
at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it right at the cusp.
I got it right at MSRP. So
right
I'm
at the
fine.
cusp, dude. You're good. Yeah.
But yeah, so Konami will be.
They
say
out
they're out of E3, but are in development on a number of key projects.
I wonder why they backed out though.
Plural. So
I wonder why they backed out though. Like specifically,
I have no idea because the thing is they kind of didn't have much of a presence anymore, like at E3.
Right.
Because the last one I remember seeing at 2019, that they're releasing a little like a Super Nintendo Mini with a whole bunch of like Konami classic games on there. They announced that, and I was like, that's it? You guys went to this is what y'all brought to E3,
right?
A collection of like a little emulator, a little Raspberry Pi of Konami games. Okay, so when they said they were going to be there, when you brought it up a couple weeks ago, I was like, okay, cool. They're coming back to the table. They're gonna have something interesting, and then out.
Who jumped in though, right?
Who jumped in?
Nintendo jumped in.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna be at E3 this year, dude. They announced it, I think, like 2 days ago. They're coming to E3.
I think I saw somewhere. I think they're gonna have a Treehouse trailer on Tuesday to mention like possible hardware stuff that's coming up or something like that.
Right. So hopefully it's the Switch Pro, because we've all been waiting for that one. Am I right, boys?
Switch Pro. It has to. I don't know, man. It has to be something really impressive to want me to go back and play my Switch. Because I have yet to touch it in a long time.
For sure, my dock is sitting.
Yeah, I mean, I think I talked to you about it. And I talked to Heian about it. I was like, they put Zagreus in Smash,
bro.
I will
top tier.
I will buy him, hands down, right there on the spot.
Right.
And I will play him, dude. I will play.
You would play Smash.
Zagreus. I will play Smash again. Just play Zagreus. Can you imagine his move list? He has all those weapons, all those aspects. They could make They could make moves for him already, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that, dude. I would like to see that. If Supergiant and Nintendo, if you're listening, and Mr. Sakurai,
make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Make it happen, guys.
So since we're on the topic of E3 real quick though, the schedule, I want to go over that a little bit. So Saturday, June 12th, you have the broadcast pre-show. It starts at 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
It's going to be a press conference with Ubisoft and Gearbox Entertainment, excuse me. And
this is all online, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And then they'll have a session with GamesBeat. And then that'll just be Saturday.
Okay.
And then Sunday, the 13th, Microsoft will have their joint press conference with Bethesda Games at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. 10 a.m. Pacific.
Okay,
so that's 11 our time.
So it's all Pacific times. So if 10 a.m. theirs is noon ours.
Noon.
They're 2 hours behind.
You're right. There'll also be a Square Enix presentation.
Final Fantasy 16?
Hopefully. PC Gaming Show and the Future Games Show. Warner Brothers Games, Back for Blood, and 24 Entertainment will also be featured. that day. I'm reading this from e3expo.com directly.
Okay.
And then on Monday, they'll have press conferences from a lot of indie developers, presentations from Mythical Games, Freedom Games, Razer, Capcom will all take place, as well as Take-Two Interactive, which is the publisher for Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar, all that stuff. Verizon and Intellivision will also be featured. When's the last time you heard Intellivision?
What's Intellivision?
You don't remember that from the 80s, late 80s, early 90s? Okay. And then Tuesday is going to be the last day of the show. Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Treehouse with Bandai Namco, Eureka Games, and GameSpot will also be focused events, and that'll round out the actual show. So it goes from Saturday to Tuesday of next week. I'm sorry, Saturday of next week till Tuesday of the following
And that's
week.
all E3, correct?
All E3.
So I know Jeff Keighley's doing Summer Game Fest. I think that's starting on the 10th or 11th.
Right, he's got Summer Game Fest coming up as well. He's trying to, I don't know if he's trying to like directly compete with E3 or
Well, he's because
he's separated. He's separated from E3 a while back. Yeah, so I'm not sure if he's like trying to make like a direct competitor or whatever it is. They also got some kind of fucking E3 award show for whatever reason.
What they're awarding?
I don't know, man. But
I think I saw something like that last year, like most anticipated game. Like what? Who votes for that?
E3
Popularity contest.
The people that
the panels
make
and stuff
games,
on there.
yeah. So I'm not really sure what they're gonna do, but I'm
awards
interested.
Awards are just like cool accolades when it comes to video games. Like, okay, cool.
I honestly think they're
awesome.
just giving them to themselves.
Probably they probably like fart in a wine glass, like.
This is my favorite.
My own game. Yeah.
What else you got, Papa?
So we talked about SNK Global. They tweeted out King of Fighters 15 delayed to 2021, Q1 2022.
Right.
Which
shattered all expectations.
I was like, okay, no problem. I kind of figured something like this was gonna happen because I've yet to see anything. I mean, they showed character trailers. Okay, cool, awesome. I mean, I think they showed like 22 of them out of. I mean, and you play 3-on-3 teams, so I mean, there's gonna be a huge roster. So I mean,
what do you think is gonna be the final number though?
I'd say spitting out numbers is gonna be like almost 50.
Almost 50
yeah,
characters?
48, 50.
Wow.
Because it's all 3-on-3. You always have to have. I mean, the traditional sense of playing those games is you have 3 characters. So
right,
and they can't be multiple or duplicates. So I mean, you have to have a lot of characters.
So, what is there any other fighting game that's out there like it that has an equally large roster? Like it?
Street Fighter's huge now, but that's 1v1, and that's they're up to like 40 something. Who has a huge roster right now
besides Smash? But like,
Smash
I'm talking
about,
talking about 3v3 where it has like
Dragon Ball Fighters, but I don't know how big that roster is. And that one's been, but that one they've been growing that one for a while. They're up to like season 4, I think.
Right.
I could be wrong, guys.
Trunks just came out again or something like that.
Do they have another Trunks?
Trunks?
I know they had. I know Trunks was one of the base characters. I think the latest one they revealed was. I think it was Baby, and Master Roshi, and Goku UI.
Bro, I'm looking it up right now.
I forgot what it was. Enter Dragon Ball season 4, season 3. So I think there might be another character. I mean, they have a lot of players. But the thing is, with Dragon Ball Fighters, I mean, I can't really have a legit complaint because I don't play it. But they have like 15 Gokus. Like, well, come on.
Yeah.
That's one. Which I understand. Yeah, there's different versions of. They all play different, but there's like, come on, dude. There's literally 7 Gokus in there.
I count 4. I'm looking at the roster now. It's Goku Black. Oh no, I'm sorry. Goku Super Saiyan, Goku Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or whatever the hell
Super
that means.
Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God.
Whatever.
Goku Blue, Goku Base,
Goku
Black
Goku, regular Goku,
Bardock, which is Grandpa Goku,
Goku GT,
Goku, GT, Kid Goku, Goku Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah, UI one. I mean, there's literally, and then Vegeta's like 6. Right behind him. Yeah, it's just like after a while, it's like I mean, they all play different, which I'll give them that. But it's like, how many Gokus?
Do we need that many?
Yeah, I mean, what about like
They're gonna come up with it's gonna be Goku after Krillin was killed.
After the saga or something like that. I mean, I don't know.
Old man Goku.
I don't know, but like I said, like I don't play Dragon Ball, so I can't critique it. I'm just out there shaking my fist at the sky. But it's no legit. But yeah, with King of Fighters being delayed, I'm not surprised. I've yet to see any of the interface, any of the mechanics, any of the features that we're talking about. So for it to be being delayed, if they're gonna take their time and do it right and actually have a robust net code, so it could have be viable for online. Okay, fine, do it. That more power to it,
So on that story, Polygon reported that COVID-19 cases rising in Japan is to blame for their delays.
Really? I thought they had a handle of it.
The development timeline we set to reach in the beginning has been affected by the ever still rising cases of COVID-19 within Japan, because they're also trying to stop the Olympics right now, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, that's right.
The King of Fighters 15 producer Yasuyuki Oda said in a statement, "We have made the ultimate decision in the end that the product's quality must come first, and so with that decision comes an altered release window." And that's where they left it, which is fine.
Because with the Olympics in Japan, Capcom was going to have an event where they're going to start having a esports, like video games,
right?
At the whatchamacallit. That's why. Do you remember seeing a lot of Street Fighters having like tracksuits? So that was going to be the official costumes to use when we're playing during the Olympics. So yeah, I know that's been delayed. So I mean, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. Hopefully they put out a great game.
So
that shatters all expectations.
You just said that 5 times already, bro.
It doesn't matter, bro.
We get it.
They say it every week, bro.
We get it.
They say it every week.
Yeah, so Evo 2021 online. Remember we talked about how
PlayStation bought them.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a partnership, but I was like, no, Sony straight up bought them out.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be having events on August 6th through the 8th and August 13th through the 15th. Mm-hmm. So their main games are going to be Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7, Guilty Gear Strive, and Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay.
So when you look at the list of what these games, like what they're going to be playing these games, like which format. For Street Fighter, they're going to be playing it on PC, PS4, and PS5. On Tekken, PC only. Guilty Gear Strive, PS4 and PS5. Mortal Kombat 11, PS4, PS5.
Mm-hmm.
So it got me thinking, why is Tekken 7 only PC?
Which one? Tekken 7 only PC? I have no idea.
I hear a lot of people say that the PC version of the game is plays better online compared to the console.
Gonna be an online only tournament?
Yes, it's gonna be
okay. That makes sense.
Online early. Yeah. But the thing is, they also have for Street Fighter 5, they have the PC, PS4, and PS5. You could play on either all formats.
Okay.
So I mean, got me thinking. I'm like, why is Tekken got singled out with PC? Maybe just because it just plays better on that
Is
format.
there crossplay between PC and PS4 or PS5 or Xbox or anything?
I know for Street Fighter it does between PS4
Tekken
and PC. Tekken, I don't.
That might be why.
I don't think so. Well, same with Guilty Gear. They'll have crossplay between PS4 and PS5,
right? And
Mortal Kombat 11 between PS4 and PS. I don't think that's much of a stretch to have that kind of crossplay between two generations of consoles.
Yes, Tekken 7 doesn't support cross-platform play on PC, so that's probably why.
Maybe. So those games will be the main games, and for side events they're gonna have game tournaments for BB Tech, Dragon Ball Fighters, Gundam EX Maxi Boost, Skullgirls, Soul Calibur 6, Them Fighting Herds, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and Uniclear. And all of those are going to be on PS4 minus Them Fighting Herds. That's going to be a PC version only. So I don't know if they made a console version of that game.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But you said that takes place in August?
On August, yeah. 6th through the 8th and 13th through the 15th. I think they're going to have some exhibition matches and then some side events, side tournaments, and then like the main games. So I don't know how the format's going to work out. I think registry is open right now.
Nice. So no Killer Instinct, no Super Smash Bros.
No Killer Instinct, no Super Smash Bros.
Nothing non-PlayStation related.
No Marvel games.
Okay.
What else?
What else do you see on that list that pops out to you?
Gundam is interesting that it's there.
No Virtual Fighter 5.
No Virtual Fighter 5. That one just came out. No. They released one for PS Plus, right?
Yeah, it's on PS Plus right now.
Is it Virtual Fighter 5?
Ultimate Edition, yeah. Because they didn't release one. I think they released one in like 2014 or something like that, and they just re-released it now.
I heard a lot of people talking about it online with the whole.
It's got good netcode from what I hear.
Well, I heard from what I heard is it's really good if you're in a really dense area. So if you're in a in town, in a big populated metropolis.
Yeah.
Pretty good, but I think once you go farther out, maybe it's not so good. I don't know. I haven't played it. I haven't tested it, so I cannot say for what it's worth. So we'll see. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and a lot of these games too, just the online capabilities. We'll see. Cause I know Fighters doesn't have the best track record. I know Grand Blue doesn't have the best track record. I know Uniclear doesn't have the best track record. But on the opposite side of that, I know Fighting Herds is really good. Mortal Kombat 11 is really good.
Right.
We'll see. And I mean, yeah, will there be some stumbles and fumbles along the way? Yeah. But if this becomes these growing pains to make these online tournaments better, I'm all for it. So we'll see. And especially since there was nothing last year after the whole scandal going on.
Right. With that guy.
Yeah.
Was running.
With the whole scandal going on last year, there was nothing. So hopefully this year, I mean, and honestly, that's a lot of. That's a time for me to get a lot of, or just anybody who's a fan of the fighting game genre to get information of upcoming titles and releases. So we'll see. I think at E3 I saw something on Twitter. There was rumors that there might be a My Hero Academia 2v2 game.
Yeah, I heard about that as well.
Interesting. Like I said, it's just rumors. So I mean, I don't want to.
It's Arc Systems, right?
Yeah. So I don't want to give any, any.
Just throwing it out.
I don't want to build it out there. I don't want to give any hype or
right.
Call it, so
we'll see when it actually happens.
We'll see what actually happens. So E3 is around the corner. So if it comes out, great. If not, we'll see.
Next Saturday, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
So I gotta find out when Arc System has their panel, if they're gonna have a panel.
I didn't see anything on that list, but they might. It might not have been listed on that one.
Yeah, there's so many people there. Who's to say they're not gonna have their own little personal backyard development, stream. That runs alongside E3.
Right. I don't see anything in here about them being at E3. Nah. Wait. I mean, that's a video. I don't want to really watch that.
Watch a video.
Anyway, what else you got, Bubba?
That's it.
All right. So a couple of games have come out recently that were in indefinite suspension or on hiatus or whatever. They would kind of postpone them. They had initial release dates, kind of Dying Light had gotten a release date, and then they canceled that release date, and we're just gonna suspend this indefinitely until we can
zombie
figure out.
parkour one you talked about, right?
Right. Yeah. And one of those games was Far Cry 6. So they had and it was Far Cry 6 and Rainbow Six Quarantine, I believe is the name of the game, which is if it would have came out last year, would have just been a bad pun on what happened last year anyway. So I believe it's still called Quarantine. But Far Cry 6 got an official release date of October 7th. So of this year, by the way.
2021.
So Far Cry 6 got their announcement for this year. I think Dying Light, we announced it last week, or they had announced last week that it's coming out December 7th. So we're getting a lot more games, more towards the holiday season, and that's one more to look forward to. I've
never played any Far Cry games.
There's a few that are good. Some of them are not
Some
as
are better
good.
than others.
Definitely 3 and I believe 4 Primal was really good, and 3 Blood. There was Blood something, I can't remember. It was a Tron 80s movie spinoff type of thing. That one was really fun. I played 3, 4, 5, 6, and I own 1 and 2, but I never played through them all because those are really, really old and semi outdated. You know what I mean? You have to really be in the mindset to play something of that, whatever came out in 2004 or 3 or whatever.
It's like playing the base version of Mass Effect.
Exactly.
you gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
You gotta know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So they finally announced the release date for Far Cry 6, so that's kind of cool. And then Battlefield.
Wait, you said there was they got a release date for Rainbow Six Quarantine?
No. I was just saying that
Ubisoft that one got put in.
Right. Ubisoft had put both of these games on the back burner last year, and they were just basically focusing on Assassin's Creed
and Immortals: Phoenix Rising, which was at that time called, what was it,
Monsters and Gods and Monsters.
Gods and
Monsters
Monsters.
and Men.
So they were like, we're just gonna put these 2 games out, and then we'll put these on the back burner. We'll announce a release date for those later. Like they did have an initial release date of 2020, but then now they got pushed back to 2021.
I thought they just pushed back Quarantine because of how much of a flop. Was it Woodbreaker or Windbreaker? Not Windbreaker.
I know which one. The Ghost Recon.
Oh, John Berthal. He was like
Yeah, I don't remember the name of that. I don't remember the
guys.
name.
If y'all know what it is, chat, let us know.
It slipped through my
What's
brain.
it called? That's how bad it was. I mean, I don't know. I
You were gonna play it anyway.
Yeah, I don't play Rainbow Six games. I can't knock it. But I heard it had really really flat when it came out. I think that one was a lesson for Ubisoft. I think from what I remember reading at the time, that made Ubisoft okay, we need to stop just cranking these out.
Oh yeah, and Watch Dogs Legion was another one that one came out and kind of fucking
just went under the radar.
Yeah, like nobody wants to play, and they were like, we're gonna release a multiplayer update.
Because wasn't like I remember the premise of the game was you could play as anybody, but then like everybody was like boring. That's what I hear. Like I heard
like real life.
Other game podcasts are like, yeah, you could recruit this one person, but they're all lackluster and everything. Like, well, whatever.
Yeah, and
but again, guys, I never played a Watch Dog Legion game, so I mean, that could be great. I don't play Ubisoft straight up. 100%.
Watch Dogs 2 was pretty good though.
Yeah, I'll be 100 with you guys. I don't play Ubisoft, so
yeah, fair enough. And then Battlefield did an announcement for an announcement.
What did they announced this time?
They announced their new Battlefield game they announced that they're going to announce their new Battlefield game next Wednesday, I guess, June 9th. They put out an announcement for
that happens.
An announcement.
That just annoys me. It's like, just tell me, hey, coming out May 29th or something like that.
Right.
Not May 29th. Expect to hear more news on, it's like March 7th. I'm like, what the
hey, we're gonna give you a little dribble of news so you can enjoy more news
like,
later.
I mean, there's a certain way of doing that where like you give announcements. Okay, cool. Just something to give people like, okay, they're working on this. Great. Awesome. Right. But then there's a point where it's like, okay, this announcement was completely frivolous and pointless. So what purpose does it serve? And then again, at the same time, is like, when you give me too many announcements and trailers, it's like, okay, we get it. Your game's coming out.
Right.
It's going to have all these features. Like, you could have done this all in one trailer, So it's like, I mean, there's a fine balance to walk when you're doing announcements, but to me as a consumer, it's just I wish I could remember the ones who do it right, because I would definitely give them like kudos and be like, yeah, okay, these guys are doing it.
CD
cool.
Projekt Red.
No, they did it wrong.
They didn't do it right. But yeah, so they announced an announcement for next Wednesday on June 9th. So if you're into Battlefield or anything like that, like I know my boy Worm is, be paying attention for
Football
that.
Manager 2021.
Football Manager 2021, bro. That's all he's about. Ben Studios really didn't. Ben Studios is the makers of Days Gone.
Yes.
They put out a statement saying, "Thank you very much for playing, Days Gone, but we're gonna start working, or we have been working on this new IP." And they didn't say what it was or anything like that. They're just saying, "Hey, we're working on something new, and it won't be Days Gone," basically. Do you got something for that?
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that. Going back to our first story that we talked about with Herman Holst, sorry. They asked him during the Q&A. Of course, there was another Sony guy that was asking the questions, so kind of like softball questions.
Right.
But they're asking him like, how does and I'm paraphrasing here, guys. You can look up the Q&A on the Sony blog. But they asked him like, how important is it to have PC gaming on for PlayStation?
Right.
And Herman Holst, again, I'm paraphrasing, somewhere along the line saying, it's PC gaming is important for PlayStation consumers, but we want to make sure the PlayStation is a place where you get the Sony exclusive first,
right? And
then somewhere down the long lines,
makes sense,
you'll get some PC releases. So it's like, okay, I understand. They want to make sure everything goes in-house, everything goes to the PlayStation first, and once they get their bulk of revenues, and then it'll be kind of like Horizon Zero Dawn and like
Death Stranding,
Days Gone, where like they eventually get a port, a year and a half,
right,
2 years down the road. So, I mean, it's fine. It's good. I mean, there's not too many exclusives that I'm chomping at the bit to get day one. The only ones that I do want, I mean, I'm getting something for Final Fantasy next week, so I'm fine. And I got the PlayStation already.
Right.
So, But yeah, I just that sounded like a very PlayStation answer. PlayStation first, and then PC down the long run, which
Right.
is fine.
Which is what they have been doing.
Yeah, and it's how it is. So that's fine. I mean, that's the reason why PlayStation has really good studios, because they want to focus on everything and bring attention to the consoles.
Right.
But yeah, just the announcement you said about Ben Studios, like, oh yeah, totally forgot about that. That's what Herman said.
So they're working on their new thing. So that might be a part of your 25 games that are coming out. Hopefully with a new IP one.
Well, they said half of them were new and half were returning, which I'm fine, because there's some games that, hey, I want to see more of this.
Right.
Like Horizon for sure coming down, God of War coming back. What else?
Some Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. There, you could do a lot with that. If they got anything with From Software, I mean, with that they could do.
Is From Software a Sony?
Well, I know that
Only?
I know Bloodborne was one of the. I don't know. I think Bloodborne was from Sony Interactive. I gotta check that one up. I gotta look that one up. I always get confused. I don't know if that one's From Software or not.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't know.
We'll look it up. Free games, guys.
I already picked them up.
You already got your
I forgot what they were, but I picked them up.
June games. Virtual Fighter
I
5
got
was
Virtual
one of those.
Fighter 5.
Star Wars Rogue Squadrons was
Yes.
another one, and the last one I can't remember. It's a PS5 title. I'll have to look at that.
We'll look it up. I got the one from Epic Games. It was a
Frostpunk.
Frostpunk.
Yeah,
Yeah. I picked it up. I saw it.
Game.
I picked it up. I was like, man, I remember Mikhail playing it. Like, guys, you probably heard me talk about it already, but like, just the music in that game, it just sounds cold and melancholy,
Right.
and depressing,
Supposed
and
to
it
be.
sounds so good. Because me and Mikhail are just playing the game, and we're like, just listen to the music. It fits so perfect. Like, the audio director for that game just nailed it out of the park. Because
Right.
like, if you just, I mean, the game's not for everybody. I mean, that game's not for me, but I like watching Mikhail playing. But yeah, definitely that music goes perfect with that game. I could hear it in my mind's eye.
Yeah, so Frostpunk is available on the Epic Store right now for free, so go get your copy of that. And the last PlayStation Plus game for June that is available is Operation Tango,
Operation Tango,
which I have no idea what that game is, but it is out.
but it's
and
spies, I think.
Sure. I have no idea. I
think I just look at it from the cover.
I added it to my library, and I was like, I'll check this out eventually.
I like getting emails from Sony like, hey, thank you for your purchase. Free.
Free.
Or like for Epic, thank you for your purchase. Free. And like, say no more, guys.
Speaking of free, also, No Man's Sky announced that they're gonna have a new update called Prisms coming
I
out.
saw that.
I haven't really touched No Man's Sky in maybe a few months or whatever, but they're updating the visuals. They are
For how much?
for free.
For free.
For
Isn't
free.
that awesome?
Isn't it awesome?
Isn't it awesome that they learned their lesson? They had they made all these promises and things that were supposed to happen and didn't, and they
Right.
took a time out. They sat out for a whole year and built upon it and making free content. I saw my buddy Manny streaming it and playing it. I was like, man, this looks really, really good. I mean, I won't play it, but just watching someone play, going around, discovering planets, breaking down items, like,
Right.
man, a game that was like really rocky at launch to where it is now.
Right.
Good on them.
Hell yeah.
Good on them, and that's something I want to see more from more. Instead of them just being, oh, we're just not gonna support this game anymore. We're done.
Right.
Like, no, stick with it.
Like Anthem. Like that one.
Anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one fell under. I'm sure there's other games. There's a shit ton of games that
Right.
that fall
But
on
that's
the radar.
like the primary example.
It's a big one.
But so they made, they make the game look better with, better reflections, new texture effects, more biome details, improved lighting, new skies, warp effects, creature fur, and all that other stuff. And there's like a whole host of like changes and stuff. And they also added some stuff for the VR version of it, so like volumetric lighting and things like that. DLSS up to 4K,
All the eye candy stuff.
all
right?
that good stuff. So it's a pretty major like graphical overhaul for the game, which is cool, man. I mean, they're still going at it. I forgot what Sean Murray was the creator's name.
Sounds familiar.
That did that. So shouts out to him for not giving up and putting out quality content for free. Like, I have no idea how this guy's making money with this entire team that he's got and still being able to put out free content like that.
I think having just good merit like that goodwill, I think it's gonna pay back. It's gonna pay like tenfold when they do the next game. Not only did they learn the lesson, but they'll know what to do and how to do it right the first time.
Right.
And that way, and they'll have the player base will be like, oh yeah, I played the game before. I'll come back and try the new stuff.
And that's the one. That's the like No Man's Sky to me is the one redemption story. It's like the comeback story. It's that one game that fits outside of that equation. That quote that you always say, that where a delayed game is eventually good.
That's Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto that says that.
Right.
Not me.
But I mean, you always quote it.
Yeah.
So a delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is forever bad. This is one of those ones that that was announced, released, came out to bad reception, and is constantly updating and like just making things better and better and better. So shouts out to Sean Murray and his team at Hello Games for doing their damn thing, and continuing to put out great updates and great content for them. So, you have anything you wanted to add to that?
Side bet. No, not that. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I do have some side bets.
Side bets. Go ahead.
Well, you're not good at bets. You don't
Okay.
pay them. But okay, what do you think? Bethesda and Microsoft. Will we hear Fallout 76 update?
Fallout 76. Yes.
You think so?
New DLC for sure. For sure, it's coming.
Will we see anything about the next Oblivion Scrolls 6?
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls 6 or something like that?
Maybe. But what did they do 2 years ago? They just showed like a cinematic.
Or just the title?
I think Starfield will be more prevalent.
Starfield's gonna be their next. That's the. It's like a fantasy online. Like no, not fantasy online, but
I don't even know what
sci-fi.
the hell it is.
Like I'm guessing sci-fi.
I have no idea what it is, but that was supposed. So it's supposed to be there before Microsoft bought. It was supposed to be Starfield, and then Elder Scrolls, and then Fallout. So those are going to be like the next 3 major titles that they put out down the line. Now, granted, I don't know what the hell they're doing now that Microsoft bought them out, but those are supposed to be like the next Bethesda, Softworks, whatever they called it, like those in-house studio team. Those are the 3 games that they
You
were
think
supposed
Todd
to be working
Howard's gonna come out there and be like Fallout 76?
Fucking hope not, dude. I'm tired of Todd.
More.
So,
No more.
it
76.
just works.
No 76. Look, give me the next freaking. Give me Skyrim or the next Elder Scrolls, whatever.
Right.
That I'll be excited for.
I hope that they do what they did with like Fallout 4, which is where they announced it at E3 and they're like, it's gonna be available,
Later this
November. In November. So it was
Yeah.
like took place in June. You had to wait 5 months for a game. There wasn't
Easy.
just constantly building
Yeah.
up hype. That was the
Stretching
way to do it.
and delaying it and stuff like that. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Nintendo? Will we see another Smash character?
Yes.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
The last one we saw was what? Sephiroth? In December?
No, that was
was it
the
late-
2 girls. What are their names?
Oh fuck! I totally forgot about them from Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Mithra,
Pythra?
and Pyra or Pythra.
Yeah, Pythra, yeah.
I totally forgot about them.
Yeah, that was last month. So
That wasn't last month.
yes, it was.
That wasn't last month. No, it's been longer than that, dude. That has to be like February.
It was it?
It had to be. It had to be February. Had to be February. Yeah. There's no way it was last month. Chat, let us know.
They announced it in February, but
got
it
released.
came out March 4th.
Okay, well, not too far.
Yeah, it was like a month, 2 months ago.
2 months
Jesus.
ago then. 2 months ago. Yeah, we're halfway through the year, Papa.
Damn, bro. Just June 4th.
Okay.
Oh god.
Let's see.
What are they kind
Let's
of?
see what else.
What do you think? You think another Smash
Well,
character?
I think we're ready for another Smash character.
Okay.
I think there'll be another, at least announced one for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. I know not last year, but the year before. That's when they announced Hero
Right.
from Dragon Quest. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something at this E3
Right.
or a new one. Oops, fingers crossed for Zagreus. Please.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for Zagreus.
What's your over under for new hardware from Nintendo?
that?
We got like a 50-50 shot, 60-40.
It's very possible. It's very possible. We've been hearing rumors about how they started buying with the 7-inch OLED
OLEDs,
screens.
yeah.
I mean, and I think I've been just on the grapevine on Reddit, just hearing rumors in the biz about things might be coming out. So
Yeah, Bloomberg's reporting on that shit. So
Maybe, yeah.
I think it's a 80-20 split on that one. 84 releasing, like showing off new hardware and a release date, and 20% like they.
I
won't.
wouldn't like that. I could probably see happen. New hardware and holiday 2021.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's you're getting to that we're getting into. I mean, 2021 already, so we're going 4 years into the life cycle of the Nintendo Switch.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing, we start seeing the Pro or whatever they want to call it, the Switch Heavy, or I don't know what they'll call it, some sort of name that plays well with the
new
Switch.
Nintendo Switch, new with the little 3 things.
Yeah. Hi, I'm. Yeah.
What else you got?
What else do I think happened? Will we see anything from Devolver Digital?
Yes,
Yeah, those guys always bring something to the table.
that's the first day too.
Yeah, they always bring something to the
They're
table.
gonna come at it hard, bro. They're like, I think they even put out a statement saying you haven't seen nothing yet.
Nice.
Like, I think they're ready to do something big. Did you ever play Loop Hero?
No, I haven't played it.
Oh damn, I need to pick that one
I
up.
haven't played it. Which one was on sale? And I thought about getting it. Little Nightmares on sale, but it was like 20%. It was like $24. Like, I'll wait.
Little Nightmares 2?
Yeah, I wait till I get a deep cut.
Okay, because Little Nightmares 1 was free. What, 2 weeks ago or last week?
It was free. Yeah. I made sure to pick that one up. How about Record of Lotus? Deedlit War? That's a Castlevania clone.
Right.
Haven't played that one yet. What else can we see possibly?
What?
Can't think of it.
So on the Xbox Bethesda press conference, you know what I think is going to happen is that all of the games that they announce at that joint press conference are all going to be Xbox exclusives. So my theory is that if they do announce Starfield and like show off cinematic and all that other stuff, or a Fallout or whatever, let's just say whatever game it is, those 3 games, that Trinity, whatever of those 3 games, they're going to be like only on Xbox. Like, since they're doing a joint press conference and not separating it out like they used to, I have a feeling like anything that gets announced
will be exclusive
to Xbox, being that it is
which they need, because I mean, I like that little console, and I like Game Pass, but I don't use Game Pass because there hasn't been anything that like caught my eye
right
ever since Outriders. And I tried out Outriders day one. I was like, okay, cool. And even recently I saw Travis and Ian play it. I'm like, okay, it still looks cool, but it's still not enough for me to want to play it, you know. And I'm not just glad that it's on Game Pass, so if I do want to play it, it's there. But I see that little console and I'm just like, nothing on here that I want to play, and I really want to play this console. I really do.
Right.
But just nothing on there that says, Rick, get on here. Play.
You should. I know Mikkel still uses it. If so, Solasta just came out on Game Pass for PC. I'm not sure if it's on Xbox, but Solasta is a top-down role-playing game, kind of like Baldur's Gate and what was it, Divinity and all that.
I think we
stuff.
talked about that one a couple of months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
It was in alpha. It just got fully released, and it is out on Game Pass right now for PC. I haven't checked the Xbox yet.
I still gonna play the Magic the Gathering one.
Right. That one's on Epic.
It's on Epic, yeah.
But the Solasta one is just like I said, just got the full release. It's out on Xbox, and it uses 5th edition rules. So if you're familiar with 5th edition or anything like that, it uses those rule sets, kind of like Baldur's Gate 3 does. So I've actually got that downloaded today because I do want to check that out, because I love those top down games where you just like point and click adventures, and you get to pick your dialogues and stuff like that, kind of like Mass Effect or
the CRPGs,
CRPGs,
D&Ds. Yeah.
So that one is out now on Game Pass. Mikkel should definitely check that out.
The
last thing I got today is Valorant surpasses 14 million unique players. 14 million.
Really?
For a free game, right? And with that announcement that they said, hey, we got 14 million concurrent players or whatever's happening in the world, right? Valorant is going to release on mobile. So I know you don't like mobile games.
No, at all.
Right. Now, it says iOS and Android. So Valorant being as popular as it is, but also being a precision shooter and all that other stuff, let's say that they don't do crossplay, because that would be the smartest thing in the world. Do you think that Valorant would take over that top spot that Fortnite had, or being that there's so hugely different games and one has kids appeal and one doesn't have kids appeal, that it won't? Like, it's so niche. You know what I mean? Like,
well, what to me, I don't play either of those games, guys. So I mean, I don't really have a dog in the race. But to me, what I see the appeal in Fortnite, and it's actually caught my attention a couple of times, is they have skins from, because they call it the multiverse, so they could get skins from everybody. So anybody's favorite franchise and character could possibly be in Fortnite if it isn't in already. I don't know if Valorant does anything like that, and I know a lot of their install base is already from our fans from LOL and stuff like that.
League of Legends.
So I mean, I don't know. I do hope that if they go, just again, I don't play any games, and I definitely don't play mobile. But if they do Valorant on mobile. Hopefully they'll just keep servers where like mobile players play with mobile players.
Right.
Because once
you can't really. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
and you got abilities too.
Yeah, you won't be. I don't know. With just the latency itself, I don't know how that will play.
Yeah, I was kind of in agreement with you on that one, man. Like, I don't see it taking over that top spot at all from like Fortnite, even on iOS, being that Fortnite isn't on iOS anymore. But what I do see is it filling some sort of hole that Fortnite left. So it fills that competitive, lust that people usually get. Like, oh, I want to play a competitive. Like, I want to play a multiplayer game. I want to play against other people. I want to play some PvP and have a good time doing it. And that's what Fortnite is you just hop in for a quick, couple matches or whatever, and you hop out and you're good.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that Valorant is going to take a huge chunk of that market, especially on iOS, just because, Fortnite isn't around right now. And, they're still going through their lawsuit thing. I almost feel like at this point, like we need to have a weekly update of that lawsuit. Dude,
I'm telling you, one of the video game podcasts I listen to, they talk about it. I'm like, holy shit, really? This is nuts. I'm glad we don't talk about it because it's a circus. It's nuts.
Yeah, like every week you're getting brand new information. You're just like, fuck, dude. Like,
and
oh my God.
How much money?
I mean,
what?
PlayStation? God
PlayStation?
damn.
Yeah, like wow, dude. But I mean, Valorant, like I said, I think it's big. It's gonna be big, and I think it's just gonna get bigger. I'm in the camp of like VRs go away,
right?
But some people that's what they love playing. The younger crowd, they loves playing it. So I mean, you're still playing a video game. So to me, okay, cool, no problem.
Right.
I mean, as long as you're playing a video game, you're having fun. Who am I to say no?
It's just not
I just don't like the genre, and I hate the pricing model and how they do things like that.
Right.
But Valorant, it's big, it's getting bigger, and then everything that comes from Riot. I mean, they're already dipping into other stuff. Not only did they start off with the MOBA, but they're doing their action, their hero shooter, and then they're going to be doing their fighting game.
Right.
And they're going to be doing their platformer, and then they're going to be doing their strategy. I'm sure
killing the game.
Don't they have like a card game that's come out, or maybe I don't know.
Shit, I'm not even sure, man. I don't follow Riot too often.
Is it called Artifact? Oh, that's something else.
No, I think that one got shut down. That was a Steam game. That was a Steam game. Yeah, that was an Artifact. Yeah.
Sorry.
But good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Valorant just that just keeps rising and rising and rising.
There was also some other one last thing I wanted to touch on though, since we brought up Steam. There's a lot of rumors going around that Steam is about to announce, or they're currently in development on a Switch-like peripheral, or like
how
console.
Strong is it? Yeah. How strong is it?
I've been seeing a lot of them pop up on YouTube lately, where it's just like these Switch-like consoles that are about that big or whatever, like 8 to 10 inches long, and then it has like a screen on there, and you can play the games, but it's like ultra low quality.
Switch is for
right.
I mean, doesn't Steam have an option where you could
Steam
remote play?
Yeah, it's exactly like that, but it's just it allows you to install games onto the device as like a Windows machine and play from there.
I wonder how big the space is.
Not very much. It's like you can do probably like a terabyte or so. Terabyte into like a SD card that's like in there, but I have been seeing a lot of those pop up, and especially from like China and Japan. Like they're not big here, but definitely in China and Japan, because these are Chinese manufacturers and Japanese manufacturers that are making these consoles. But yeah, so like Valve or Steam or whatever you want to call them.
So they're making like prototypes, or they actually have stuff already out in the wild over there in the East.
In the East, those are actually out and they're available for sale. They're like $1,200. They're not cheap. But what I think Steam could hit a home run as long as they hit the right price point. You know what I mean? It's like if they hit like the $300 to $400 price point with as good as or better than quality of graphics and gameplay as like Nintendo can offer.
That's the thing, is that I think the Nintendo Switch is selling like freaking like crazy. It's selling like freaking crazy. So they have to compete. They have to compete enough to say, hey, you that already bought a Switch and already bought a Switch Lite and bought 5 sets of Joy-Cons and have all these games.
Right. Try our
stop
thing.
Yeah, stop investing that and play our stuff.
Right.
Like that they gotta deliver. They gotta deliver a lot.
I agree. The only thing that would actually I think the main draw for Steam or Valve would be like, oh, you already own these games on Steam. Here's your whole fucking library
Yeah.
in your pocket or in this backpack, or you know what I mean, like that type of thing. But even then, like, get a laptop or
Yeah, I mean, at that point, the PC gamer would be like, "Wait, I got my PC. I literally have a $2,000 rig for, to play."
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. To me, it doesn't appeal. Like, uh, yes, I say options are great and go for it. Options are cool.
Right, I
But to
agree.
me, I'd be like, bro, my Switch does that role. It really
Right.
does. I mean,
It does.
Yeah.
And you don't even play it that often.
I don't even
anymore.
play that often. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not saying I don't like it. I just right now my interests are on the PS5 and the PC.
Yep.
I'll
I
come
agree.
back to the Switch later.
I agree.
So we'll see.
What else you got, Bubba?
That is it. I am donezo.
Good. Let's wrap this bitch up because I gotta go to bed.
How long's the show,
Well, I don't know. Where can we find you, Rick?
guys? Down here, OS Rick _ with the 1. I love streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I didn't do Wednesday.
You'll be doing it this week.
We'll be doing a lot this week. We'll be doing some stuff, hanging out. Hang out with Mikhail on Saturdays, and we do some Catherine or whatever co-op game we could think of sometimes.
There you
And
go.
I'll be on vacation, and we'll doing more streaming. You guys can see me lose my shit on Demon Souls. I'm really good at that.
Nice.
Really good at that. Really good at
Really good at losing your
at
shit.
losing. Yeah.
Not at the game.
The thing is, like, yeah, when I die, I'm like, Demon Souls, bro. I can't get mad at the game because it's made to do that.
Yep.
You have a shit ton of souls, and you're dead. You're like,
Gotta push you.
you just say Demon Souls. That's all I'm saying. Like, die. But yeah, you guys catch me there. And all the socials, the same thing. Twitter, YouTube, IG.
Facebook, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I don't fuck around with all that shit.
Heard that. As always, guys, you can catch me on all things social media at OS_onslaught. If you want to hit up the podcast, it's at Option Select Podcast on all things social media. And our Gmail is optionselectpodcast@gmail.com. As always, guys, we love and appreciate every single one of you that hang out with us week in, week out on live or, throughout whatever various podcast platform that you're listening to us on. So make sure you like, subscribe, all that other good stuff. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out, guys.
I'll be on Guilty Gear Strive when it comes out, guys. So catch these.
Check out his stream on Friday.
See ya.